Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Afro Thursdays with your one and only host, Naya May. You know I'm back every fortnight with a new co-host, and today we have the one, the only, Yadi Prince Brown.
What's going on, Andrew?
I'm good. How's your week been?
Yeah, it's been alright. It's quite a busy week. I feel like the weeks are going quicker these days, especially now that we're in the flow of things.
Yeah.
I mean, because first couple of weeks of the year, it's always like, what year is this going to be like? What are we expecting this year? What's the vibe, especially with Brisbane? Because you never know which vibe it's going to be. It could be like everyone's doing a party thing one year. It could be like everyone's doing the woke thing one year. You know, it's like you kind of got to figure out what
I actually
year is
didn't
this?
deep it to think about like how we go through phases as a whole city.
100%.
That's actually really, really true. So with Afro Thursdays, every week we ask our guests the song of the week. So the top song that they've been vibing to for the week, and it has to be like an Afrobeat or Amapiano, like any. Has to be one of them. Yeah, it could be Amapiano or Afrobeat. It's
okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I feel like there's one ML4 Souls track.
Okay.
Called, can't remember at the moment. I think it's called like Piano Tech or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just one. It's off the most recent album, and it's just all electronic. Because I like the Amapiano tunes that are like quite electronic. Because I'm into my house music, my old school house, and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes the ones without the singing, and it's just the rhythms, and it's just like the electronic kind of, and it's that kind of weird pattern, and you're just sort of like, what's this? Yeah. So I can't remember the name of it, but obviously you can put it on the screen or whatever. But it's like cool. I believe it's called Piano Tech or something like that.
We'll put it on the screen, but I definitely feel like. Because I actually interviewed the MFR Souls when they came,
okay.
But they were literally the pioneers of piano music. Okay. Like literally, their music is what kind of started this whole genre. Yeah, I think it was them and another person because there was like when we talk about Amapiano, I think people think of MFR Souls or they think of Major Leagues. And Cabs the Small. Yeah. Like them, like top notch.
Yeah, because I tell you what, to be honest with you, I for a long time, I actually didn't even really know that Amapiano wasn't the same as, I know it's a derivative of Afro House, but for a long time, I kind of just grouped them together. And then I started doing the more DJ thing. And I was kind of like, wow, actually, they're different tempos. It is that same lineage of like Afro House. You got Kwaito as well.
Yeah, there's Kwam. There's Kwam, exactly. And then there's Afro Trap. So
what country is that from?
That's also South African. So I actually found out this like a couple of months ago when Costa Titch came. Okay. So apparently his actual music is under Afro Trap.
Okay, but it's different. But that's completely different though.
Yeah, it's like what's that song? Dun 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 dun. The one that he's Big Flexer. Yeah, apparently that's Afro. That's a form of Afro.
Okay,
trap.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it. But yeah, it's all the same lineage. And let's not forget, that the reason why all of this music came around is because they combine their natural rhythms and the rights from their particular tribes as well as house music. Because it was inspired by the house music in Chicago and all the rest of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, so they started slowing it down. And that was when Kwaito came in because they said, let's slow it down and let's spit on the tracks. Yeah. And that's why you got a combination of like there's them spitting and then the slowed down house rhythm. Oh. So if you look at the house rhythm from the 90s, the Kwaito rhythm from the 90s, they're like literally slowed down Chicago house tracks. So it's like a kind of a mesh between the African American house and then their own rhythms and their own drum patterns and all the rest of it. And then now I go to Amapiano, it's kind of gone full circle because I played some Amapiano to my dad and he said, this sounds like Roy Ayers from back in the day, in the 70s. And I'm like, what? He's the keys, Yeah. I'm like, wow, that's incredible. And then obviously got the live instruments as well. So yeah, it's very complicated.
I feel like to like a piano, you have to have like an appreciation for music. Like some people listen to music just because they're trying to vibe, but some people actually listen to like the producing of the music, the sampling, like the instruments that are used. And I feel like that's the beauty of Amapiano because you can really like, I love it, especially when you're listening to it and you can hear each instrument like getting added gradually in every like break. And I feel like that's literally the beauty of the whole genre.
100%. I feel like, because what was it? Yeah, when M4 Souls were here, it did remind me of like listening to Afro House in the UK and going to some of those parties.
Of course, Afro House.
As well as house music in general, because like, you know, when you're there, everyone's listening to there's one thing that's just hitting somebody, whether it's the bass line, whether it's the chords, whether it's like the melody, and they're just over and over that repetition of it's this thing, and then it's like non-stop. And you know that I don't think I've had a better club night in Brisbane outside of the MFR Souls night.
I feel like also because MFR Souls does bring a type of audience. So the audience you're going to see at MFR Souls, you probably won't see at a different artist. Right. So I feel like there was very mature aged... That's kind of sound shady. Well, like, I don't know how to explain it.
Wait, were you there though?
I was there.
You were at MFR Souls?
Yes, I was. And well, that's what I'm saying.
You were the ticket person downstairs.
Yeah, you saw me. You see, like, guys. Okay, but yeah, like, obviously, it was such an event that, like, a lot of people Amapiano events in general are just very mellow. Like, nobody's doing the most, nobody's trying to fight, everyone's just calm, everyone's just vibing. You literally are just vibing to music and instruments. And I feel like that's the beauty of Amapiano. Yeah,
it's beautiful. I love it. But I can understand why people don't like it as well, because, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of their mindset is just in that R&B and rap mind. And so when you step outside of that and go, oh, this is dance music, it sounds like EDM. And I'm like... That doesn't sound nothing like EDM, bro. But again, it comes down to what you like and what you grew up with. Because I grew up with a lot of dance music in my house. I listened to a lot of... I remember even go further back than Chicago House, you got disco, and that's where it came from. So disco music and all this stuff is what I grew up on. So when it came down to listening to house music when I was in my late teens, early 20s, it was like, all right, cool, there's that. Then they got Black Coffee. Oh, wow, let me listen to Black Coffee. Now I got that... Prince KB, boom. Now I'm a piano, the rest of it. So it came from that lineage. Whereas some people, it's like they just love the R&B and they're like, I can't hear the music in Amapiano, and I get it. They're like, every song sounds the same. And I'm like, I get it. Yeah, I thought,
where people say every song sounds the same, I necessarily don't think so. Just because if you appreciate the sound, you know that this is different from this song.
But by the same token, there's some country music you say sounds the same. And then they would say, no, this country music is like different, breaking boundaries and all the rest of it. So I gave up trying to convince people of this music because I used to really try. Because I'd be like, you know, in London DJ, and I'm like, you know, I gotta get all the man them on the Afro House thing, and then it's like, bro, we're not gonna listen to that.
Amapiano in the UK. It's only now it's kicking off, because when I went there in 2021, everybody didn't really know these artists. No. But now, like, because of TikTok platforms, I feel like that's where it's gauged more audience and like it's reached more people.
Right. Yeah, 100%. Because like even I saw Black Motion, Black Motion in 2017, and that was okay, but it was a smaller venue. Yeah, where, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, Black Motion, Black Coffee, like these guys are serious artists. And even you go to Black Coffee at the time it was like majority white people, and I'm like, bro, like this is mad, because Black Coffee is such a pioneer in terms of what he does. So I agree with you. I think that the social media thing really popped off in terms of like showing that music to, especially to African Americans, because African Americans, you know, sometimes they're a little bit close-minded in terms of the culture. Yeah. So they kind of go, oh wow, they've got this thing that's like, you know, I don't know.
I've seen a couple of African American celebrities doing like the dance challenges and stuff. I want to ask and pose this question to you. Okay. Do you feel like, okay, if you had to pick afrobeats, shall I say afrobeats or dancehall? You're gonna say dancehall.
I'll tell you what, of course I'm gonna take dancehall, because there's no afrobeats artist that for me articulates like my experience or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's been dancehall artists in my life who have been hugely impactful in terms of moving through the world, like me understanding myself and moving through the world. Like, okay, so example, Alkaline. I love Alkaline. Yeah. Alkaline obviously has got his party tunes, but like there's tunes there where obviously he's coming from the ghetto and that, but there's just the truths that he's saying about the human condition is just like so real. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think Afrobeats artists like...
No, it just don't relate to me. The lyrics don't relate to... Because I only ever listen to Afrobeats when I'm at a party, whatever, and I hear it. But also, I don't really understand the dialect either. That's the other thing.
So do you believe like the language is a barrier, or the like...
I'll tell you what it is. If you like the music, you're going to try and understand the language. But for me, Afrobeats has never really been that one where I'm if I'm at a party and someone playing the right tune, then I might say Afrobeat, whatever. Yeah. Or obviously back in the day, P Square or something like that, something like that, whatever. But I never really go to my playlist and boom, let me listen to some Afrobeat. It's never really been my thing like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm Caribbean. Maybe it's because I don't know what. But I just don't really reach out for that energy in that sense. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's why I'm gonna say dancehall, because I have a history with dancehall. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I've as the history of it. I know the whole history of it. I can tell you. One of the first artists to really break in that way is Yellow Man. You know what I mean? I can tell you that, all of these guys from back in the day, bro, I even saw Sean Paul's dad. I used to see him around in Kingston. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, dancehall, I got a history with it. Yeah. I got a history with it. Yeah. Afrobeat for me is always going to be like, it's there, but it's not my...
It's not your thing.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
If you had to pick an Afrobeat artist that you really like, maybe vibe with the most, who would be?
Afrobeat artist?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it has to be Burna Boy. Then.
Why Burna Boy?
Okay, so the reason why I say Burna Boy is because...
Burna Boy on what song?
Boy, I don't really know the tunes like that. I can't really just say it off the top of my head. The reason why I follow this guy is because he sees it as he is like a descendant, not descendant actually biologically, but he sees that he's carrying a flag for Fela Kuti, right? Yeah. I've always been a Fela Kuti fan. I understand with the message of what he was trying to put out. Yeah. And I understand that Burna Boy is trying to be that giant of Africa and be that kind of figure, that figurehead of like, it's bigger than just the music, is what it represents. It's putting Africa to the world and understanding ourselves as a people and knowing that we should be proud of who we are, where we come from. And I feel like he added that little bit of consciousness that was kind of missing in the Afrobeat thing. That's why I would say, and obviously the first time I heard whatever, I was getting my hair done. And this is even before I didn't even know it wasn't even a popular tune at this time. I'm just getting my hair done and I heard it, and for me I was visualizing, I didn't even know what the guy looked like. I just visualized like a 40-year-old bald African man on a cliff just talking to his people and just talking to the world or whatever. And I'm like, what's this? Play it again. Yeah. Oh, no, there's something in this, man. Yeah. I can feel it. There's something in this. And then it just clicked. But as I said, I don't really go out and search for the tunes. Some of the tunes he has don't really resonate with me. I'm not really into the love kind of songs. I don't really like love songs generally, So, whatever. But yeah.
Oh, honestly, I feel like Burna Boy definitely, and I do feel like sometimes his elements in his songs just kind of gives me Caribbean vibes. Him and Wizkid, they give me like Caribbean vibes sometimes. Like they have like a kind of a reggae kind of vibe to their music. So I do love that when they do create songs, they're very creative and they can mesh. And a lot of I know Caribbeans actually mess with their songs because of that. Yeah. Because it does remind them of dancehall songs or like Caribbean songs.
100%. 100%. Yeah. I mean, and when I was in Jamaica 2016, 2017, I didn't hear no Afro. It was never Afrobeats thing like that. But since that time, and Burna Boy's done concerts in the Caribbean and Shell It Down and everything, and everyone rates that kind of thing. Yeah. So I can understand. And in a way, like even the way he looked, even with the locks, like sometimes Caribbean people or Jamaican people can be that kind of like, okay. We can kind of see where this relates to us. Like even African Americans, I've seen some interviewers get confused and they're like, how is it like in the islands? And he's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Is that Nigeria? No, that's big facts.
Yeah, so I respect him as also what he represents. Yeah, that's why I like him.
It's so funny is every time I do a interview or like do a podcast, someone always brings up Burna Boy. This guy's name just seems to be brought up every single time. Yeah. So big ups to Burna Boy and big ups to what you're doing. So before we end this podcast, I have a game that we're going to play. We're going to see how well Prince does, seeing as he's not really an Afrobeat. I'm going
to get everything wrong in this.
I believe in you. Let's say we believe in Prince. Okay, guys, give this video a like if you trust that Prince is going to get over 5 or get over 1. Okay, so the first question is, who is this Afrobeat artist who How do he's known as the Giant of Africa.
Oh, that's Burna Boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Got one. Yeah. Yes. Cool.
Okay.
I think I even mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, number 2. I'm gonna say this lyric of a song, and you have to guess what song it is. And now me, they make you free up your mind. Say your body talk to me nice. Say now my love, you they need for your life. Yeah, our love, no be lie.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know. But even if you probably played this song, I probably wouldn't even know that. Okay. That's the funniest thing. It's the funniest. If it's not Wizkid or Burna Boy,
it is Wizkid actually.
Oh, there you go.
It's Essence.
There you go.
It's Essence. Okay. So then we have a dance step originating from Nigeria in 2014.
2014.
Yeah. They had a whole song about it.
2014?
Yeah. 2014, 13 times. 15? Yeah. And it was like this.
I don't know. I'm not African. I'm Caribbean. I don't know some of these
Guys,
things.
so Caribbeans know this.
I don't know it. I really don't.
Okay, this one's Shocky. It's called Shocky. Okay. The next question is...
Shocky, that's the name of the dance?
Yeah. Like, Aya Shocky. Okay. This one is name 3 artists that have featured Caribbean artists in their songs.
Okay. Easy one. Burna Boy, Wizkid, and did Thames do with a Caribbean artist?
I don't know actually, but there's one that I'm thinking, I'm like, how does he not know this one?
Skepta?
No.
Wait, no, what am I talking about? Not a Nigerian, but can...
No.
But Skepta is Nigerian.
Yeah, he's Nigerian, but we're gonna we're gonna go with the full Nigerian.
Okay. So not born abroad. Okay.
Yeah, he has Popcan in his song. Think of Popcan songs that he's done with Nigerian artists.
With Nigerian artists, and his name.
He begins with a D.
Davido.
Yeah. That's the third. Like whiskey.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, can't believe it. Which Caribbean artist featured on Wizkid's hit album?
Which was he again?
Caribbean artist
features on Wizkid album.
Yeah, the one that went viral. Well, not viral, but
Why? It's not Popcorn.
No.
A Jamaican artist.
Yeah.
Or Caribbean artist or Jamaican.
I think it's Jamaican.
Jamaican, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a descendant of.
Oh, he's not born there.
No, he is.
Oh, okay.
I think he is. I'm not sure.
He's okay, and he's like a Jamaican dancehall artist.
I think it's more. It's more reggae.
Okay, then it's obvious. Then, it's my man. What's his name?
Is it my man?
The brother that brought the whole reggae back, and what's his name now? I'm gonna be kicking myself. The guy I know that can visualize the guy, dark skin guy, dreadlocks, reggae, brought the old school reggae back.
Well, do you know the song I'm talking about?
I know the artist you're talking about. He did a song with Protege on what do you call it? Oh man, this is annoying.
I hope it's the right person.
This is annoying, man.
Because this guy, let me give you a hint. The song that he did it with Wizkid was called Blessed.
That's what I'm saying to you. I know the artist. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just genuinely, right now, I'm just having a mind blank. The guy, he's kind of slim, dark skin guy, locks, Chronix.
No, it's not.
No!
I think he did a song with him. Did he do a song?
Chronix must have done something with somebody. Must have.
Wait, it's not him.
Okay, all right.
He's a descendant of Bob Marley.
I think. Oh, descendant of Bob Marley. Is he a Marley?
Yeah, Marley's the end of his name.
Is it Damian Marley?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
How did he not get that?
Bro. Wait, was it Wizkid?
Yeah, it's called Blessed.
Okay.
That's how I thought you would like it. Okay,
Oh, that's why I was like dark skin. You were like,
yeah.
I was like dark skin, not dark skin.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Which Afrobeat artist came up with the saying "e-choke"?
I don't even know what that means. I don't know. I wish we did the same thing with a dancehall list of things.
We'll try it next time. Okay, that one was actually Davido, and he says "e-choke." He said "e-choke," and
what does that mean?
It means like I couldn't say like, when I'm like dressed really nice, I'm like, you chook, like these people, I'm gonna step on their necks, like,
okay.
you know. Okay. Thank you, Prince, for being on Afro Thursdays. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure you guys give us a like and subscribe and comment down below what your favorite Afrobeat and dancehall / reggae / Jamaican Caribbean artist collaboration has been, whether it's been Davido and Popcan or Burna Boy and Popcan or whoever you guys really loved.